Previously, I talked about how we can fight the inevitable Frankenstein monster, which comes in many forms. AI, the burning of our culture, the systematic replacement of our favorite characters for the sake of the so-called modern audiences. What does that even mean? The truth is, not only do I not have the patience to deal with this, but I also don't have the energy to figure out the solution when all we are working so hard to meet our own sort of so-called daily needs. Not to mention, I want to make art, but via today's standards, to be relevant, I have to be saying something about my work. But if I do that, you might as well, use curse words to express all the human emotions that we are currently going through. Or go them all and have some fun.
Happy holidays, Rick. And to you, my friend.
Grab it, Rebecca, grab it!
Enter the art apocalypse. Telling stories can be very, very difficult. And certainly the impact of AI on art can't be understated. The effect is so significant that the human race has not had this type of jolt since the Gutenberg press. Now, certainly you could argue more recently it has been the internet, but these new amazing inventions are becoming more and more frequent with more significant degrees of impact versus any other time in human history. And certainly with each impact, we are forced to confront what our minds no longer have the energy to comprehend, what we perceive to be reality because of the feeling that our bandwidths are decreasing in size, because warp speed is no longer keeping up with the degree of change that is taking place on our small rock we call home as we move through space.
It's called Operation Warp Speed.
Prepare ship for light speed!
No, light speed is too slow.
Light speed too slow?
Yes, we're gonna have to go right to ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous speed? Sir, we've never gone that fast before. I don't know if the ship can take it.
What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken?
What have I done? Are you all right, sir?
Fine. How have you been?
Fine, sir.
Good.
It's a good thing you were wearing that helmet. What shall we do now, sir?
Well, are we stopped?
We're stopped, sir.
Good. Why don't we take a 5-minute break?
Very good, sir.
Smoke if you got 'em.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let's rewind the clock to a more peaceful time when the world was not falling off a cliff. But if we rewind, we end up feeling like so brave and stunning. I have no words other than are we compensating for something? Yes, this sums it up. And this is only scratching the surface of the insanity we are looking at. And we are not even including social media into this discussion.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
Let alone the crap of the so-called art news magazine and website. So it would be, completely natural and right of don't get involved. Don't make art. It's too ridiculous out there. How can I remotely contribute and bring beauty and awe into a world this messed up? And many artists have been told, you're not good enough. It would be best if you would be, more innovative. Learning about all the possibilities of being an artist, feeling that excitement of creating and experiencing that work can't be expressed, I suppose, only through art.
Just say no.
But just say no. We all know, and certainly you have doubt, and you doubt your abilities even to take on this journey, let alone make a living at it.
Yeah, I mean, I like that you went like a different direction than what you normally do, but I think that the face looks like you, and I think that you do a lot of art that's like focused on yourself because you are a fashion designer. So you kind of like work from your own body, and I don't know if you meant to do.
These fears are certainly rooted in fact and reality. And I have no style. The time spent is frugal or pointless. The feeling that you've been wasting years of work that applies to our art today. And truly, resistance is futile.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
This is our most desperate hour. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
But is there even hope? How is it possible to enjoy the likes of, the Mona Lisa? Or the Pieta? Or the girl with the pearl earring? And how can you admire the likes of the Night Watch? The Thinker? Amazing Rocky Mountains is a work of art that enriches not just our Western culture, but the world with something beautiful, inspiring over the centuries. And certainly master after master, from Leonardo, Rembrandt, Bierstadt, produced works that inspired, uplifted, gave us something to work towards, and truly deepened us. This was achieved by demanding the highest standards of excellence and learning concepts that improved upon the previous methods. With each passing generation of masters, there's this pursuit to continue that work, to aspire to the highest quality within that profession. There is certainly a deeper discussion in and around modernity and the evolutionary concepts that were shared to the masses. Certainly we can look at the birth of the 20th century, and we saw a dramatic change in our perception of what is art. And certainly, what are we doing? No longer was the profound, the inspiring, the beautiful seen as relevant, and were replaced by the new, different, and the ugly. From the past, we had the likes of Michelangelo, who carved David from rock. In contrast, at the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, we have a stone, all 340 tons of it. This is art. How did this happen? Again, we can spend an entire course of art history and the start of this mindset that led to this. But generally speaking, the Impressionists rebelled against the French Academy. Today, everyone loves the Impressionists, such as Monet, Renoir, Degas, But the differences between today's standards and the Impressionists' time is that their work was going towards or maintaining the quality of discipline of design and that execution of that design. Still, we have progressed so much today that we no longer have any standards left to uplift. What are we left with? Personal expression? And how can artwork be objectively measured? Thus, we have relativism. Previously, the works of the former gave us the Connacht, or the dying Gaul. In contrast, we are later given us the Holy Virgin Mary, and it's certainly fashioned with dung and cow dung and pornographic images. Or the German policeman that's prize winning. She's squatting and urinating, complete with its own puddle of synthetic urine. Without aesthetic standards, we have no way to determine quality. In the past, substance and integrity were gathered from history, literature, religion, mythology, etc. Today's artist, on the other hand, it's not art unless it's making a statement, which we have been degraded to nothing more than shock value. Artists of the past also made statements too, you could argue, and I would certainly agree with you, but never at the expense of the value of excellence that was placed within that work. What are we left with? Oh yeah, the white graphic is nothing more than pure white painting by noted Robert Rosenberg in the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. Where do we go from here? Oh yeah, Banksy. What are we left with? Groupies sipping on wine? Oh yeah, this broad. I'm only sure she's there for the cocktails. Yep. What's the point? How do I determine success when the world is so hell-bent on destruction? What determines success? Who determines it? What is our purpose as artists? Am I being replaced by AI? What is the point of being creative when the only outcome is the cogs of the post-industrialization into the technocracy without humanity?
I'm sorry, but I spent so much time on these projects.
Yo, get the speaker box loud, hitting that stuff to you hearing that sound.